What's up guys, I'm Chris and today you're watching a magic review on the Shelby Wallet by Gaz Lawrence. Welcome to the channel, thanks for tuning in, welcome back if you've been here before. If you haven't, please subscribe and don't forget to join the Chris Edwards Magic Secret Access group over on Facebook. Alright, so we have the Shelby Wallet here today. So this is a peak wallet. It is only a peak wallet, but it does that very well. And I'll get more into that in a little bit here. But first, let's talk about the quality. So the quality is good. This is real leather as far as I'm aware. It feels like real leather, smells like real leather, and it's not too thin, not too thick. So the quality is really good. The stitching throughout is good. This is a close-up of kind of the texture of the wallet. Now, I don't really want to show too much, but the wallet in general, the leather is all really good, but then the gimmick, the gimmick portion of it is good as well. Okay, I modified mine, not modified it, but I've customized it. That's the word I'm looking for. I've customized it so that it fits me, because the way that it comes, I don't care for it. Basically, without really saying much about it, it's just not personal, right? So for me, if I'm going to carry a wallet like this, I'm going to use the ID compartment as something that would be seen, right? So I'm not going to put like a loyalty card in the front for everybody to see, because who cares, right? But my business card or my ID, that makes sense to me, which is why I've used my business card here. Now, the quality on the gimmick area is also really good. It's sturdy. There's also a feature to it that allows you to get a full peak in a number of different ways. So there's two ways to get your peak. It uses the same kind of compartment. You know, we've all used peak wallets before. You put the card into the wallet and then you're able to get your peak. Now, what's nice about this one is you can get your peak like this, to where I'm seeing it right now out of the corner of my eye, right? Obviously, I'd glance over if I were to actually be paying attention to what's on there, but right now I can get my full peak, okay? Now, I can set it down and nobody is the wiser, right? They can't see anything. You can also get it by having the wallet down just like this, and you're still able to get the full peak with all your information in a different way. So I can't say too much there because I don't want to expose anything, but if you purchase this, you kind of understand what I mean by two ways of getting the peak from one area. So the tutorial, it's basically just going to show you the feature, how it works, how to go about it, how to use it, a number of different ways. I've heard from other reviewers that there's an area in there that shows you how to customize this. I didn't see it, and I'm not saying it's not there, but I watched the review in its entirety, and then I did try to go back a number of times and skim through to try and find the customization area, and for whatever reason, maybe I just keep missing it. With that said, it's super easy to customize, so I don't even think that there needs to be teaching on that, because you don't have to alter this in any way, right? So yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but you're going to understand how to use this, and then Gaz will go over a routine for you. The difficulty level, this is extremely easy to use. Angles, this is definitely a good peak wallet when it comes to angles, because like I mentioned, you have different ways of obtaining your peak. So one, you don't want people behind you, right? Because if you can see it, they can see it. That's one way. But because this is designed a certain way, if you're just lifting it up like this, you're still able to get your peak. And if you notice my hand placement, nobody can see from the side. Nobody can see obviously from the front. And even from behind, the only way they're going to see what I'm seeing is if their eye level is below mine, right? So you have a lot of good ways of getting your peak to where other wallets would be a little bit more angle sensitive. Setup and reset, there really is no There's no setup. It comes ready to use. I just liked to have customized mine first before I took it out and used it. Arts and crafts, again, only if you want to customize it, but if not, if you're fine with the way that it is, then yeah, you don't have to do anything to it. There are no arts and crafts. Now, I wish maybe I would have taken some footage before I customized it to show you what it's like before or as you would get it, but it works the same, it looks the same, it's just basically different picture there, right? So I just made it to suit me. Pocket space, this is a thin wallet, right? So it's not going to take up much pocket space. Now, with that said, you only have one storage pocket, and that's this bottom one. Okay, so the other ones you have a pocket here in the middle, you have a pocket here up top, and you have another pocket up here. These all lead to the same place. So I don't really know the purpose of having all of those go to the same area, right? Maybe having one of those three would have been nice for extra storage, but oh well. Is it a worker, and who would use this? So this is definitely a good peak wallet, right? This will work in any working environment. This could be better than others, depending on what kind of an environment you work in. So if you're doing strolling where you're surrounded a lot, this is definitely a good option. What's the price, and is it worth your money? So this is $50. You know, it's a good peak wallet. If you want a peak wallet that does its job and it is going to be deceptive and looks good, then I'd say, yeah, this is worth your money. Pros and cons, positives and negatives. So I kind of have a love-hate with this thing, to be honest, because this is something that I've been doing with my Razor wallet for years, right? I modified my Razor wallet to do exactly, or to function exactly as this does. But regardless, it doesn't matter. To me, I moved away from this. And now if I'm using a wallet for a peak, and only a peak, then the Razor wallet's my go-to. The reason I got away from this specific modification that I made, that is now this marketed wallet, the reason I got away from that is because the Razor wallet or the Shadow wallet, it works the same. That wallet on its own, with the peak that's taught, you can basically give it to your participant after. And maybe that's not important for some people, but I love the peak for one. I think the justification with the Razor wallet is perfect. I think your reason for getting your peak is perfect. I think it goes completely unnoticed. And then on top of that, when you're done, you can set it down. And you can with this one too. But if they pick this up, you could be in trouble. So I guess I never covered that. Can it be examined or inspected? I'm going to just say no. No, definitely not. Visually, yes, you can set it down and there's nothing for anybody to see. There's no worry of that. It looks completely innocent. It's deceptive. But if they handle it, you're in trouble. Whereas with the Razor wallet and the Shadow wallet, after you've gotten your peak, you can place it on the table, you can place it in their hand, they're not going to find anything. That's the thing that I like about that. Opposed to this, they will find something. So I can't give this a negative because it's not going against the way that this works. My preference is still the Razor and the Shadow wallet for reasons that I just gave you. So yeah, not a negative to this. It's just, that's my preference. Pros, it is well made. The quality is really good. It works as it should. It's very easy to use. Minimal hand movement, and you get exactly what you need. So yeah, it's a great wallet. I don't really know what else to say. I think it is worth the price. And if you are somebody who performs mentalism and you don't already have a peak wallet, I think that this is a great one. It isn't my top peak wallet, but it is definitely up there. So the only reason I feel like I need to mention the Shadow and Razor wallet is just because there is a lot of praise for this wallet, and that's fair because it is good. Maybe people don't know about the Razor wallet because it's very, very similar, and I just think it's more innocent. But that's just me. So anyway, I do definitely give this a thumbs up and definitely do recommend it. I'll leave a link in the description below on where you can pick this up. And with that, we will see you at the next review.